Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be playing a solo game of Endeavor Deep Sea. I will be playing Mission 4, Better Than You Found It, which I've had a very difficult time trying to figure out. I just can't seem to beat it, but I've gotten very close many times, so let's find out if today is the day. Let's get rolling. Alright, so I am set up now to play Mission 4, Better Than You Found It, of Endeavor Deep Sea. It's been a minute since I've played this on the channel, but still really into this game. It's super cool. But for whatever reason, I cannot beat this mission. And by beat this mission, I mean get at least 4 goals between the 4 on the sheet and the 3 bonus goals. And I played this same mission last night, and I came so close. I was 1 disc away from the 4th goal. If I had 1 more disc, I would have accomplished it. So maybe today is the day, but I've done pretty well in the first 3 levels, and I just continue to get my butt kicked on this one. I don't know what it is about the conserve action that I find so difficult. But what we need to do here is the main goal here on this mission board is for one player to have 20 or more points between your impact markers, any journal points like that, and then any level 5 or tier 5 specialists. I'm not even going to attempt that one, but this one does have a neat mechanic when you go that route. Anytime you conserve and get a, let me rephrase that. The first time on each tile that you conserve, no, that's not right either. Once per tile, when you gain an impact marker from a conserve action, you can place that impact marker here, and this space can hold an infinite number of markers, and each one is worth 3 points. But for me, I haven't really found that to be viable. I really need the bonuses out here, so I'm not even going to go for that goal. The next goal here is to have 7 conservation discs at depths 1, 2, or 3. So I think I can make that one happen. That was the one I was 1 disc shy of when I played last night. The second goal here is broaden your horizons. I need to have 10 discs or vessels in columns A and E. I'm not making the mistake I did previously, so it's not just discs. Vessels count too. So 10 vessels or discs in columns A and E. And then the last one down here is discover the ocean floor. I would need to have 5 discs at depths 4 and 5. So my plan is to ignore this one. I'm going to try and conserve at depths 1, 2, and 3 and get discs and vessels in columns A and E. And I'm going to ignore this bottom one too. I don't see myself going very deep. In fact, I've only taken out the stacks for depths 1, 2, and 3. I'll get the other stacks if I need them, but I don't anticipate needing them. So I'll need to get at least 2 of the 3 bonus goals. So let's shuffle up these setbacks, and we'll need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 bonus goals on top of them. Need them to be good ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can put these away. And I'm going to need 1 more zone 1 tile right here. So go ahead and shuffle up zone 1. That's pretty shuffled. We'll take that one. And we have, Orca Reintroduction. Oh, that one's super strong. That's helpful. I have not gotten that one on this scenario yet. That could really help. So if I get some of these orcas, they can be placed 1 per tile to take a conservation action on that tile for free. That could really help, because I've struggled to pay for these actions. So there's 5 orcas there. And now I need to place my first vessel. This is the launch zone. You have to use the sea star in this particular mission. And I gain the arrival bonus of 1 disc. So in addition to aiming for this goal and this goal, and I'll try and make them the same, hopefully I can get some really good conservation spots, depths 1, 2, and 3 on the outside columns, because then those actions would be doing double duty. Like I said, I was 1 disc short from getting 4 goals last night, and I think think that means I need to push the yellow and green tracks in this one because I think I'm just low on discs, but I don't know, not really sure. So let's get started with round 1. I need to start by drawing a bonus goal. And we have thorough. This one, I don't know if this one's going to happen. Fully completed zones. So for one player, that's 4 fully completed zones. It's really going to be dependent on what type of zones we get. So now we can recruit a specialist. And I think I'll take the pilot, who allows me to move, and I gain an immediate impact marker. And that starts here. So I can raise any one track of my choice. I think I'll go with green. And now I gain discs according to my green track, so I gain 1. And now I recover discs according to the yellow track, so I get this one back. Don't forget, your team leader always starts with a disc. And I shouldn't use the color names. Let me remember real quick. This orange track up here is reputation. The green one is inspiration. The yellow one is coordination, and the blue one is ingenuity. Let me get that in my head. So now I can start taking actions, and I'm going to use my team leader to sonar. We got to build out this map a little bit. So we'll sonar here, and I can take 2 tiles from either zones 1 or 2, and I'm going to take 1 from each. So let me shuffle up depth 2, since we haven't had one of those yet. The ones are already shuffled. All right, that's good. So I'm going to take 1 of each. So we've got kelp forest and sunken ruins. And I'm going to go with kelp forest. So sunken ruins goes on the bottom of this because this has a couple conservation spots, and it's going to be, I'm putting it here in column A. It's either going to be A or E. So that's a couple conservation spots that'll count for both of these goals. And I need to put 4 dive tokens there. Also, with just 4 dive tokens and 2 conservation spots, conceivably that's 1 I could complete for fully completed. So I'm keeping that in mind. And I gain 1 reputation and 1 research. That's great. Definitely use the research. And then I will have my pilot here move. So we're going to go from here to here, and the arrival bonus is 1 of these orcas. So then I can, take this maybe over here and do a conserve action next time. So that's the end of round 1. Round 1 is always ridiculously short. So we go straight to round 2. And we'll start by drawing the next bonus goal. Synergistic. Oh man, these two go together terribly, not synergistically at all. So this wants me to have zones with at least 1 disc or vessel of all players, 11 zones. I'm not going to try real hard to get that. I'm just going to hope that the last goal is good, because I'm going for this one, and I guess this one, so I'm going to need a 4th. These goals are not lining up. So now I recruit, and I'm going to take another pilot. I don't know if this is wise, but it is what I'm doing. So I gain another impact marker, and I'm going to place it here, and I can raise 1 track, and that's going to be this inspiration track again. And now I gain discs according to that track, and I get 2. So there we go. Now we recover 1 disc. I'm going to take 1 from my team leader, and now I can start. And this is going to be sort of an odd turn, but I hope I'm setting myself up for success. I'm going to start with a move action. I'm going back to the sea star, so I gain another disc as the arrival bonus. And now I'm going to use the team leader to journal. I'm going on that brown X. So I'm going to take this journal, which is has a cost of 0. And all it allows me to do is promote 1 specialist. So I will promote this pilot. That disc goes back to the supply. And now I go up on my inspiration and coordination tracks. There we go. And then this is worth 1 point at the end of the game. I'll set it over here, I guess. Where can I put it? That's fine for now. And let's shuffle up this deck of journals, because those are just starter cards. This is the rest of the journal cards. Okay. And draw a replacement. There we go. And now I will take that skipper and move again. So I will go back to here and gain another orca. So that is going to be it for round 2. Pretty short as well. Let's go into round 3. We start by drawing the last bonus goal, and it's resourceful. So we want to push the coordination and ingenuity tracks. That is doable. So now I get to recruit, and I'm still at tier 1, so a tier 1 specialist. And I think I'm going to go with the sonar operator this time, mostly for the coordination. So this track goes up into the second level now. And now my ingenuity track says I gain 2 discs, and my coordination track says I recover 2 discs. So let's take the team leader and I guess the skipper. There's always a chance we could promote the pilot and get that disc off as well. And I'm going to start with the sonar operator. So we're going to take this sonar space here, so zones 1 to 3, and if the zone I choose has any conservation actions on it, then I gain 1 reputation. So I'm going to take them both from depth 2. Ooh, these are not the ones I necessarily wanted, but I will go with the Underwave Academy, because that one can be pretty strong. It's still early enough in the game I can make use of it, and it's even possible that I might be able to complete this zone for the thorough goal. So I'm going to place it here, and I gain 2 discs, which is awesome. There we go. And I need to add a dive token, and then the badges as well. Here we go. I think I'd really like to grab that /conserve badge and probably place it on that skipper. That'd be really nice to move and conserve. But I can't go to that zone yet because I can't get down to depth 2. So instead, I will have my skipper move, and I'll go 1 zone over. And my rival bonus is 1 space on the ingenuity track. And now my team leader will conserve here at this more expensive spot, and I will use an orca to pay for it, so I don't need to spend any research. And then I go up on the reputation track and the coordination track. So those are nice bonuses. And I have 1 more disc, but I have no specialists who are available to use it. So that's the end of the 3rd round. And if we take a look real quick at the goals, how many I need 7 conserve actions in depths 1, 2, or 3. And I've got my first one now. And I want 10 discs or vessels on columns A and E, and I've got a disc and a vessel now, so I'm up to 2. Oh, and you know what? I didn't take this bonus here. This does have a conservation action. I didn't take that other reputation. It doesn't change the level that I'm in, but it's still important. So as for fully completed zones, I need 4 of them. This one's definitely on the table. I just need 1 more conservation and 4 dives. And then this one's possible too. I just need 1 sonar and 1 journal, because this specifically calls out sonaring, diving, conservation, journaling, but doesn't necessarily say anything about orca tokens. So I don't think I have to gather all those to complete that spot. So those 2 spots are on the table. This one too, I've only got to do 4 actions there. So very possible. And then hopefully coordination and ingenuity, I can push those. I haven't touched that ingenuity track at all, so maybe I should do that. But let's start round number 4. And I need to draw my first setback card. We have exhaustion, and isn't that perfect for this level? Each player returns 1 disc of their own from a conservation site of their choice to their staging area. Well, at least it goes back to the staging area, but I take it that that orca token stays there. I don't think I get it back, so if I want to conserve there again, I'm going to have to spend 2 resources. So that is not my favorite. That is a setback as advertised. But now I get to recruit a specialist, and I think I really want this ecologist, but I'm going to take this marine engineer instead. Hopefully that will pay dividends. Bumping this track, my ingenuity track twice, and now gaining my 2nd vessel. So let's put that in the launch zone and gain a disc. Okay, and now my ingenuity track. No, I always do that. My inspiration track says to gain 3 more discs. Okay, and then my coordination track says I'm going to recover 2. So I'll take 1 from the team leader and the other from the skipper. So now I can start. And I seem to have plenty of discs, so I can probably stop pushing the inspiration track and try and push one of the others. And I really don't like the spot I'm in, but I'm going to start by having the skipper move, and I can go distance 2 and depth 2 now. So I'll go 1, 2, and now I gain a badge, and I'm going to do just what I said. And now my skipper can move or conserve, but of course they've already moved this time. And then my team leader will take a conservation action right here, and I'll spend this other orca token so I can do that for free. And I need to place a disc there, and I gain 1 impact marker. I'm going to place that here to get 2 research, so I'm up to 3 research now. And because I took this action, I can now flip over this badge. So from now on, my skipper can move and conserve, and that's pretty powerful. But unfortunately, I've got all these discs and nobody left to activate, so that's going to have to be the end of round 4. It's not looking very good, as per usual for me on this mission, but we're going to keep going here. So let's start round 5. We draw the next setback card. Government intervention. All players return 1 disc from a depth 1 or depth 2 zone of their choice to their supply. Well, since these are the zones I think I might fully complete for this thorough bonus, I better take one of these two. I think that journal spot will open up more possibilities for me than that sonar spot. So that's what I'll do. Not super helpful. Again, as advertised. So now I can recruit a tier 2 specialist, 1 or 2. And I'm going to take this ecologist now. So I go there, no immediate bonus. I gain 3 more discs from my ingenuity track. Sorry, from my inspiration track. I'll get it right by the end of the video. And now my coordination track says I remove 2 discs, and it's got to be these 2, right? That's the only thing that makes sense. I've got so many discs. My coordination and ingenuity need to get higher. And reputation as well. Really, my inspiration is plenty high. I can leave that one alone. So let's start. I'll have my ecologist do a conservation action up here. And so I'm going to have to pay, I'm doing this one, I'm going to have to pay 2 research for that, down to 1. And I gain 1 reputation and 1 coordination. That is very nice because those both went up to the next tier. And now I will have my team leader take a sonar action here. Oh, that's going to be a waste though, isn't it? Well, that's just what it is. I'm not going to get the bonus, but I will work on filling up all these spots. So sonar at depths 1 or 2. I'm going to take depth 2 and I'm going to grab 2 of them. And oh, this one's pretty good. That's a lot of conservation actions. Yeah, so I'm going to put that here. That's what I'm taking. And so now that's in column A. So it's a lot of actions that'll be good for both of these goals because it's conservation at depths 1, 2, or 3, and it's discs in column A. So my discovery bonus is 1 inspiration and 1 ingenuity, and I need to place 3 dive tokens on there. There we go. And now I'm going to activate my skipper. So with 1 disc, they can move and conserve in either order. I'm going to start by conserving right here. So that's going to cost me 1 research, so I'm down to 0. But then I get a coordination there, as well as the coordination link bonus. So I go up twice on that track. And now I can move. And I'm going to move this vessel 1, 2. And my arrival bonus is that I can take another badge. I'm going to take this one, the diving one, and place it on my pilot, I think. Or actually, no, I'm going to place it on the ecologist. Okay. And I've got 5 discs left, but again, no one to activate. So we're going to go into round 6. This is going quick, and there is not enough stuff done. But let's see the next setback for the 6th round. It is volcanic activity. All players move all of their vessels 2 zones up or as far as they can go. Do not gain the arrival bonus. So we are here now. Could have been worse. Could have been better. I don't know how it'd be better. But now we can go ahead and recruit, and I can look at the tier 3 specialists now, and I've got to go here. I've got to get the marine ecologist. No, marine biologist. A little tough to read, but marine biologist, so I get 2 inspiration immediately. And now my inspiration track says I gain 4 discs. No shortage of discs. And then coordination says I can recover 3 discs. So I think I want the team leader, the skipper, and this ecologist. 1, 2, 3. That'll be good there. And man, I'm in a bad spot research-wise. I'm not sure how I'm going to get out of this one, because I really need to dive, but I don't have any dive tokens, and all my vessels are on the same spot. So I need to get to a place where I can dive, and that's going to be kind of a wasted action. All right, so I don't love this, but my team leader is just going to move. And I'm going to move this vessel to here. So I gain a badge. I'll take this move badge and put it on the marine biologist. All right. And now I'm going to have the marine biologist take this dive action here. So I get my first dive token of the game, I guess. I'm going to take the 3 research immediately. I need it. So I'll put my spent ones maybe over there. And by taking that token, I can now flip over one of these badges. And I'm going to choose this one so I can still use it this round. So now the marine biologist can move and conserve, or move and journal. So now my skipper, I will have them move and then conserve. So they're going to move from here, 1, 2, to here. I gain 1 inspiration, and now I can conserve. And so I'll take a conserve action for 1 research right here, and that gains me another inspiration. And now the marine biologist can move and conserve. So I'm going to move this vessel from here to here, gain another inspiration. Didn't really need that. That gains me an impact, and I'm going to place that here to get a coordination, get that up to the next level. And now I can conserve, and I have 2 research, so I'm going to spend all that research to conserve here. And that space gets me 1 inspiration again. And this link gets me another disc. So I seem to have overcorrected on the not enough discs problem. But it looks like that's going to be it for round 6. It's still not looking great, but we're going to have a 7th round and hope we do well. So let's grab this last setback card. Make some room for it for round 7. I don't think this is going to be the day, folks. Funding shortage. Each player chooses 1. Reduce your lowest attribute by 2, so that would be this, that would be very bad. Or flip a senior specialist to his junior side. Do not gain any immediate bonuses. If there was a disc on it, return the disc to your supply. I will take the second option. I'm going to flip this skipper over. So I don't gain the immediate bonus. They keep the badge. This disc goes to the supply. If anything, that was helpful. It's like 1 more action I'll be able to take. I don't think it'll be enough, but there it is. So now I can recruit a tier 3 specialist, or up to tier 3. Of course, tiers 1 and 2 are still on the table. And I'm going to take the ROV operator. I think that'll be the most helpful right now. No immediate bonus. So my inspiration track says I gain 5 discs. There we go. I'll just put them down here. And now I can recover 4 discs. So I'll take the team leader, the marine biologist, the ecologist, and I get 1 more. Do I want it to be the sonar operator or the pilot? I guess it doesn't really matter because we're not going to hit these goals, but I'll take the pilot. So where do we start now? I think I will begin with the ROV operator, who's going to take a dive token and then move. So I'm going to take the dive token from here. Oh, nice. That gets me 4 research. That's helpful. And now I can move up to 2 spaces away. I think I'd better go here and get another orca. Now I'm kind of wondering, maybe I should have left the pilot and taken the sonar operator instead. Whoopsie. Well, let's go ahead and have the team leader do a sonar action right here, depths 1 to 3. And I can't even go to depth 3 yet, but let's get a depth 3 and see if that makes any sort of difference. Haven't looked at the stack yet. So I'll grab 2 off the top. We have Deepwater Shark and Rift Valley. Are either of those going to help in any way? Not really, I don't think, but I'll take Rift Valley because the arrival bonus at least gives me these 2 track bonuses. That still will not be anywhere near close enough, but I feel like I should keep playing to the end, right? So I get 1 coordination and 1 ingenuity. And now I can, in fact, go to depth 3, so I can get there. So that's, I suppose, a good thing. Man, and yeah, I really should have taken that sonar operator's disc instead of the pilot's. I messed that part up. And then this zone, when I placed it, did not have any conservation spaces, so I didn't get that bonus there. Oh, and this is kind of interesting. Okay, my marine biologist can move and journal, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to start by journaling. I'm going to journal here, this sort of green diamond journal. So I'm taking this one here that costs 1 research, and all that allows me to do is recruit or promote 1 specialist. We'll replace that. Okay, and I'll promote this sonar operator, and that gets my coordination up 1 space, and then this disc goes back to the supply. And now I can still move, and I can move up to 3 spaces and depth 3. So I'm going to go from here, 1, 2, 3, gain another coordination. That gets me an impact marker. And I think I'll take the 2 research. I was thinking about maybe the ingenuity, but it's kind of a lost cause. I'll take the 2 research. That might still prove useful. I'm not sure. And so that was the marine biologist. Now, this acoustics engineer is going to sonar right here, depths 2 or 3. And I think the bonuses tend to get better as you go deeper, so I'm going to go for zone 3. I don't really know that it matters what the tile is. So we've got vortex and thermal vents. Oh man, maybe I should have taken that impact and put it on ingenuity. Oops. Yeah, because I'm going to take thermal vents. Put vortex on the bottom. Thermal vents, I'll place it right here. And I get 2 ingenuity. And I need to put 4 dive tokens there. Okay. The reason I want to sonar so much is because I'm trying to get 10 discs and vessels on that column A. And I'm only seeing a way to get 9, but I knew I would need to sonar. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Next, I'm going to use this pilot to move. And I'm going to move this vessel. Oh man, is this going to work? Yeah, I'm taking that back. I'm not going to do that yet. I think I might be able to get both of these goals. And I'm just, at this point, I'm aiming for 2. If I can get more than 0, that'd be great. I'm just going for 2. Like 4 is out of the question at this point. But let me see what I can do anyway. So let's have the ecologist take a conservation action. And I've got an orca here, and there's not one in this zone yet. So I'm going to conserve for free right here on this 4 cost spot. And that gives me 1 coordination and 1 impact marker. And I'll place the impact marker here to get an ingenuity. So this goes up and I get my next vessel. So that goes to the launch zone and I gain a disc. And I also have completed 2 links. So I also go up on the reputation track and I gain another impact marker. And let's put it here and keep that ingenuity track going. And hey, you know what? I'm gonna get 3 goals. So that's a little less embarrassing. So now I will use the pilot. And I will move this vessel 1, 2, 3 spaces, gain 1 ingenuity for the arrival bonus. Okay, and now, finally, my pilot can move and conserve. So we're going to move here 1, 2, 3, and I guess is that where I want to go? No, I'll go, I was here. I'll just move over 1 here. That's just as good. My coordination track goes up. That's the arrival bonus. And then I can take the conserve action and I will conserve here, which will cost me 3. 1, 2, 3 research. I'm down to 2. And immediately I gain 1 on my inspiration track and 1 impact marker. Whoopsie. So I'll place that here to gain 1 ingenuity, which gains me another impact marker, which I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll go here. I'll get my ingenuity up 1 more just for fun. And I also have 1 more link bonus, so 1 more inspiration, which gives me another impact marker. And I'll just throw that 1 over there. Doesn't really matter. And I guess if I'm trying to maximize score, I've got this action down here on this journal card. I can move with 1 additional distance or depth, and I'm just going to move this vessel down here to get another coordination, which gets me another impact marker, which I'll place here just to get a point and another coordination. Okay. So now I'm out of actions that I can do, so let's go ahead and see how this turned out. And spoiler, I lost once again. We'll start with this main impact board here. Let's see if I have 20 points. I have no tier 5 specialist, so I don't have to worry about that. From journals, I have exactly 1 point. And then on this board, I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gets me up to 6 out of 20. I did not achieve that goal. So now we'll move on to protected habitats. I need 7 conservation discs at depths 1, 2, or 3. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have enough for that one. So I'll go ahead and mark it. That one's achieved. The next is broaden your horizons. 10 discs or vessels in columns A and E. And I only have column A here, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I did manage to get that one done. So those are the 2 I was aiming for on this board. Discover the ocean floor, 5 discs at depths 4 or 5. I don't even have any depths 4 or 5 out. So I knew I wasn't going for that one. Now, fully completed, did not do so well on there. I needed to dive a lot more. So this tile is fully completed. I've done all the actions there. This one was close, but it wasn't until the end of the game that I had one of these double up arrow or blue journals right here that I could actually acquire. So I wasn't quite able to finish that one. I was one action away. And then these were both close minus the dive tokens. So this one has 2 tokens, and that one still has 4. I never got a single dive token there. So of the 4 tiles I was aiming for, I achieved 1. So that's a failure. Synergistic. Zones with at least 1 disc or vessel of all players. I need 11 zones. I don't even have 11 zones out. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So certainly I failed that one. And then resourceful. Coordination and ingenuity tracks have to add up to 22 or more, and I made sure that they both ended on this 11 space here. So I did achieve that one. It's pretty amazing how much that ingenuity track moved on that 7th round. But that's it. So 3 goals out of 7. That is not a win. It's a little too bad I got thorough and synergistic on the same run, because they're asking you to do opposite things. But hey, I still had a good time, and I hope you did too. So let me know in the comments if you're an Endeavor Deep Sea pro. What do you recommend for this level? What am I missing? There's something I'm not quite getting, because I can do really well in the first 3. I can generally achieve 5 or 6 of the goals every time, and I just can't get to 4 goals on this 4th mission, and I can't figure it out. So any and all advice, real or speculative, is appreciated. So let me know in the comments. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I will play more Endeavor Deep Sea, and that's the best way to not miss it. And if you like that, leave a like on the video. Go ahead and consider sharing it with anybody else who you think might enjoy it. And as always, if you've got some other thoughts, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching Table for One. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.